My name is Jeff Cross. I'm the media director with Cleanfax, and this is an IICRC production called Unscripted. I'm with Andrew Morales with Success Selling. Shooting the gun there? Is that what you're doing? All right. This guy knows his marketing. He's got a wealth of knowledge to share with you today about how you can get customers for your cleaning and restoration business. So tell us a little bit about yourself and what you hope you can help people with today.
So ideally, I live by the model of each one teach one, right? And I'm always traveling, trying to help as many businesses as possible. I work in several different niches around the world, several different industries, and what I've learned is that your problems are always the same. It's how do I get clients, how do I grow, how do I do marketing, how do I get better at sales, systems, how do I differentiate myself from everyone else in the marketplace. And it's just finding a different way to utilize these systems and get your voice heard, because at the end of the day, you just don't know what you don't know until you finally do. So my mission is to help as many people as possible to fill in that gap so that they can continue growing the business, make a lot of money, but most importantly, be able to give back with the value that they provide to this world.
I would say that those watching, Andrew, successful business owners probably think they've got it figured out. They've got their marketing figured out, they're doing well, but there have to be some blind spots that they may not know about. I mean, that's what a blind spot is. You just don't see it coming or you don't see it going away. What are some common ones that you see business owners today dealing with?
Thinking that you know everything, right? That's obviously going to be the first one. You can't teach a old dog new tricks if they're blocking out anything that can help them. You know, so being more open-minded. Number two is knowing how to figure out why you're not growing the way that you're supposed to grow. Because if you're doing everything humanly possible to grow, then you should have an infinite range of growth. There should be no ceiling. There should be no cap, right? So if you're doing marketing from every standpoint, every way possible to make it work, then it should be working. If you're doing sales at your best of your ability, because your best is all you can ever do, then it should be working. If you have the right systems in place, then it should be working. If you have really good branding, then it should be working. But if you don't, then you need to go through these check engine lights and figure out what's not working. And then if you can't do it on your own, you have to reach out to get external help with someone who's better at figuring out the problem than you, because we can't do it all.
Good advice. Some watching as they work on their companies or building it, they have embraced the philosophy, if we build it, they will come. If we do great work, the customers will come flooding in, like the better mousetrap theory, I suppose. What's flawed about that to you?
So from one perspective, it's a good way to approach it, right? Because now you're providing real value to the world, right? Another perspective is, if you're not reaching enough people, then people don't know about the value that you provide. You can be the best at what you do, but if you're not making noise in the marketplace, no one will know that you're the best. And what happens, which is what is happening right now, is that most people have to pay double just to acquire the value that you provide. What do I mean? Because they can't find you online, because you're not running ads, because you're not producing enough content, because you're not putting yourself out there enough. What's happening is someone else who is doing that is not as good as you. And what they're doing is they're damaging the marketplace, which makes it even harder for you to sell that person and provide the value that you have to offer, because they have this inclination of the past of, oh, this is not going to work, or this person is going to scam me, or they just want my money versus trying to help me, right? So like that's one of the biggest issues I see happening right now.
Okay, good. Yellow pages are gone. Print ads, some might still pay for a newspaper ad or flyers. The focus, it seems, is social media.
People look at newspaper ads still?
I don't know, do they? I mean, I'll admit I'm old school. I do get the Wall Street Journal for the world news, and I don't look at the ads. So no, they don't. Good question, Andrew. So the focus then, it seems, is social media.
Yes.
You know, Facebook, Twitter or X, Instagram,
yes,
TikTok, LinkedIn,
yes,
to reach other businesses. What do you see as the missing element there? Because they're investing in that, and I'm hearing they're not getting the return they want. What are they doing wrong?
So it could
what are they not doing right? Either way.
It can go either direction on that, right? Because it depends on what platform they're using. It depends on like who's their ideal customer and how they're trying to get their attention. I would say for anyone who's a beginner and they're trying to do this on a budget, what you would want to do is start with Facebook ads. But you have to understand how these platforms work. And just give me 1 second, I'll explain it, right? So number one, with Facebook ads, is going to be the least expensive out of all the platforms because this is called interest-based marketing. What you're doing is you're creating interest around the solution you provide for a specific problem that they may or may not have, right? So what will happen is once you create those ads, you get individuals who are like, oh yeah, I do have that problem. Let me speak to John Doe or Jane Doe to acquire that solution. And then you have other individuals who look at the ad, they're like, I don't necessarily have that problem now, but let me save this information just in case, right? So that's why the cost per lead on Facebook is going to be a lot less to run ads. And since Facebook owns Instagram, it'll kind of be the same thing. Now with YouTube, it's going to be a little bit higher, right? Because there's a more of engagement base with creating videos. And if you run a video ad, what happens is the benefit is if you already have a lot of views, a lot of comments, and a lot of likes, the algorithm on its own starts to boost it and it reaches more people. So now you're getting more bang for your buck. Now the most expensive platform is going to be Google. The reason why is because this is direct intent ads. People are intentionally Googling your specific solution that you provide for a specific problem. So now you have to have really good keywords to attract their attention. You have to spend a lot of money. It's going to be the most expensive platform to get their attention. And then once you do, then you'll start to see more, I guess you could say, quicker sales coming through with less sales resistance.
The algorithm that you mentioned, we put a lot of trust into that. How much trust should we put in it?
Well, I mean, it depends on how you feel about AI, right?
I guess so, because I know when we post videos or put ads out there, and Google or YouTube are trying to figure out who's going to see it, there's that element of trust. Like, I hope the right people see this.
Well, the thing is, you have to know how these platforms work, right? All these platforms have one goal, one agenda, and that's to keep you on their platform. So the way that the algorithm works, and using AI is more intuitive than ever before, is it's feeding you content that it believes will keep you on their platform.
That you're interested in.
Yes.
Has to be that.
Yes. So like, let's say if John is more focused on Facebook because he sees certain content that he enjoys, so he stays there maybe 2 to 5 minutes longer watching the content and he swipes up or down, right? But Jane likes to be on YouTube because she finds the content on there more entertaining. Now this could be the same content, right? But it's received differently, right? Because of the software setup and all that. So what the AI does is says, hey, Jane likes this type of content. If we want to keep her on here, let's feed her more of this type of content. So if you're thinking from the consumer standpoint, right? Because if you're a business owner, you're a creator, not a consumer. What you want to do is create content that keeps them more on that platform. And the way that you do it is by providing value, give solutions to problems, right? And be as quick and as accurate as possibly can. One problem, one solution. That's the video, right? Don't try to sell them, just give away free value.
Let's talk about the best customer type. Now, those watching, they want to reach a certain audience, certain type of home, certain type of homeowner or person or professional. What do you see business owners making? Are they doing it right? Are they making the best decisions, the best strategy when they're going after a target market?
First off, the best customer is the customer who's ready to buy.
Okay. Right. True point.
Right. Right. Let's say we're in the Matrix. This is a really good analogy. And you're outside looking in, right? You can see all the problems that person is dealing with, and you can see what they don't want and what they do want. And you can put that in your video, right? You can literally talk about, hey, look, this is what we do, and this is what we don't do, right? So basically, we're talking the same language. And I'm offering the solutions to the problems that you're facing. Why would you not want to hire me? And then on top of that, I offer you a discount for the first time, right? That doesn't mean like I'm going to give you $100 off every time, just to hook you in, right? So you can give us a try, right? Why not test drive the car before you buy it? Does that make sense?
It makes sense, yeah.
I would use an approach like that.
Yeah. Andrew, I enjoyed our discussion. Any final words of advice you'd offer those watching in closing?
I would say this is, if you're trying to figure out what's wrong with your business, go back to the basics, right? And I would say the basics is these 4 things: marketing, sales, systems, and brandings. Whatever problem you're facing, as far as you not being able to grow the way you want to grow, scale the way you want to scale, it's going to be within these 4, right? So pop that hood, look at your marketing strategies. Are you spending enough marketing dollars? Are you working with the right marketing company to generate those leads to produce those type of results, right? If not, then start to inquire, start to do your research, start to reach out. Same way that people reach out to you and they want to see if you can help them, you do the same. Next is sales, right? Make sure that you have a good, clean sales process. Make sure you have a good sales team that can handle those leads that are coming in, that can follow up those leads that had showed inquiries, and that they can collect those payments, right? Next is going to be systems. Make sure you have a good CRM. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. If you have a good system on the back end, it'll do a lot of the sales process, the email follow-ups, the text messages follow-ups, everything on the back end, providing a better customer experience, which means better results for you, because now you can actually look at data. And from that data, you can engage more growth, you can put more money, you can reduce the money, what have you. And lastly is branding, which is probably going to be the most important thing. Because let's say you have the first 3 elements in place, it's doing really good, but you're still not growing the way that you want to grow, and your competitors are still beating you, right? Now, you have to ask yourself, why should someone choose me versus all the options they have in their marketplace? This is how you present yourself online, how you provide the value versus how other people provide the value, and how you talk to your specific target market. If you nail down these 4 things, there's no reason why you shouldn't hit 6, 7, 8, or even 9 figures with your business.
Give him the gun again. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it.
No problem, brother.